In this video, I wanted to give you guys an update on a new package that I have going. So I'm a personal branding coach in addition to all of the things that I do. And I wanted to hop online here and tell you guys a little bit about this, what I do, what I do with personal branding coaching. So this package that I have right now that I'm opening up now, I don't take that many spots or reservations for this sort of work because I love landing on my spiritual work and spiritual coaching, but I'm really excited to jump back in. I have a career of over 15 years in digital marketing. My expertise, my digital marketing, my social media marketing has been seen in Politico magazine, the New York Times, Entrepreneur magazine, Northwestern online, their magazine. I've got a lot of press around digital marketing for myself. I ran several digital marketing agencies, branding agencies. To give you a little bit of my background, I'll jump into the package in a sec, actually. I'll give you more about my background. I've also worked with innumerable, both like very popular personal brands as well as networks that everyone knows. I have some experience working with HBO as a creative director, an art director, as well as Warner Brothers. I did some work on some movies for Warner Brothers. They're an entertainment agency. Oh my gosh, what was the other one? Oh, the one that I had a long stint at was Fox Broadcasting, and I worked in branding and content marketing, branding promotions. So I was actually, oh God, I did so many roles there. It was actually really incredible. But anyway, I have a ton of big brand experience, a ton of network experience, a ton of agency experience. I've worked with all of the brands that you guys will recognize, like Google and Meta and Samsung, Ford, Coke, Pepsi, Fox, Honda, Warner Brothers, HBO, Game of Thrones. I did some work on Game of Thrones. FX at Fox. The Simpsons, you guys. I helped launch the Simpsons Instagram account. I have done a million different things in marketing. I have, again, like my career before spirituality is very deep in marketing. And I worked with Fortune 100 brands as well as personal brands. So I don't know how much I want to name drop on that side. But I've worked with I've worked with people that you know, or that a lot of you will know that are in the entrepreneur space. My personal branding experience includes helping people launch their brands online. A lot of them get going making 6, 7, 8 figures. I've worked with a lot of 8, 9 figure entrepreneurs, helping them to build their brands, both the aesthetics, the copywriting, social media marketing plans, content strategies, as well as the digital marketing plans, which, depending on who's in my audience, you guys can geek out with me. I'm such a geek when it comes to marketing funnels, digital marketing funnels. So developing out all the funnels, the upsells, the downsells, leading in offers, as well as building up email lists and email marketing, which is a fantastic marketing tool if anyone wants to know. And I actually ran an Instagram growth marketing agency for close to a decade. So gosh, you guys. Oh my God, I forgot about Fender too. We'll talk about that one. I have grown hundreds of accounts on Instagram, hundreds of thousands of followers. Like, I'm very, very good at both paid social media strategy and organic social media strategy. At both the personal branding level and at the big brand level. And I also have a ton of experience with startups. I'm actually like one of the few people that can enter just about any market and sing. Like I'm just real good at marketing. Now my expertise and what this package is that I'm going to tell you guys a little bit around personal branding. Oh, I wanted to mention too with I had a lot of experience with Fender guitars. If you guys know Fender guitars, I helped them launch a number of marketing strategies with their celebrity strats. Those are the strats that are really co-signed by celebrities, as well as their core line, the Stratocaster. So I did a lot of paid marketing on that. A lot of video branding, creative direction, art direction, budgeting. Gosh, we were in charge of like a $3 million budget for ad spend. Anyway, so that's the array of experience I have. So for those of you that are in business and that understand this, I have paid, organic, and earned PR. I understand how to navigate PR as well. My digital marketing experience includes startup, personal branding with, I would call them celebrity entrepreneurs. They're very, very well-known entrepreneurs. Self-made, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 figure entrepreneurs and their brands. I've worked with networks. I've done a lot of 360 marketing with networks, with agencies, and direct with brand. So for those of you that are in the marketing territory that understand that lingo, you will know exactly where I fit in, which is ridiculous. I wear many hats and I'm very good at all of them. Okay, so now let's jump into what this package is for me. I just wanted to give you guys some background. So I'm opening up the door to doing personal branding audits. I'm calling this the Personal Branding Accelerator. And I do have a personal branding channel, but I haven't been uploading a lot on it. So I'm sharing this over here with you guys. And those of you that are interested can email me for the package details, but I'll go into some of it here. So I used to do a ton of this work too, and I'm just opening the doors to do more because I'm tremendously good at it. And I do occasionally have people from the past that have worked with me like over the last 15 years that will swing in and be like, hey, will you do a branding audit for me? Like, can we write up a content strategy? Because I'm very, very, very good. I can't pull up my testimonials right now, but I've had dozens of people in high positions call me a marketing genius. And it is I would call it my zone of excellence. I'm very, very good at it. My zone of genius is spirituality. My zone of excellence is digital marketing. So, okay, Personal Brand Accelerator. Here's what I'm offering. We get together on Zoom for essentially a full day session. It'll be between 6 and 7 hours. That's typically how I do it. I'll split the Zoom up probably into 3 segments. I will record them. You'll get access to those recordings as well. I'm going to do, I do my research ahead of time. And when we show up on the Zoom together, I'm obviously going to know your goals. I'm going to know what your needs are. And this is specifically for personal brands. Okay. So coaches, consultants, professional artists, public speakers, motivational speakers. I'll put influencers, but really like people that are really developed in content, that have large audiences, that are not sure how to build out the marketing for those audiences. Those are honestly my sweet spot. I love them. Who else falls in that? Coaches, consultants, creatives, professional creatives, speakers. Yeah. And influencers, generally speaking, with large followings that, again, most influencers do not know how to do marketing. They know how to influence. They know how to show up. They know how to create content. And then actually creating the marketing funnels behind that and the websites that convert to maintain that influence and then create it into cash and dollars in your bank account, to create into something you can leverage to work with brands to actually increase your the amount that you're charging for brand partnerships. I have a ridiculous amount of experience in brand partnerships, both on the influencer level and on the brand level. I used to hire top tier influencers at the brand level at Fox. So I've got a lot of experience. If you want to know if you're an influencer, you want to know how to charge more out of your brand, like understand how to build the audience based on what you do on the platform and actually build it into something that you own. Use your marketing to solidify your relationships, increase your engagement, and actually increase the amount of money that you can command in market, because I know what brands need to see in order to elevate your value, if that makes sense, which I know it will. For those of you that is meant for. Okay, so swinging back, this is the Personal Brand Accelerator. You're essentially taking a day with me on Zoom. I may be able to offer this in person in LA, but it'll probably just be a little bit of a price increase if that's something that you guys are interested in. But otherwise, they're on Zoom. Everything's recorded. Essentially, you're going to have it in 3 segments that you listen back to everything. I do my research ahead of time and then go through consulting and coaching, but it's primarily consulting on the call with you, where we're going to focus on, generally speaking, a brand audit in one segment, which I'll get into in a little bit, and 2 social media segments. So choose 2 social media platforms and we'll sprint with them. My 2 favorite are YouTube and Instagram. We'll develop a content strategy for the 2 platforms specifically, and then relate it to the overall brand. Now, what I'll mention is I over deliver like it's my job. Like it's something I've heard throughout the years all the time. I can't not over deliver. Like it just is who I am. So I will give you more than you're thinking you're going to receive from me. Like I don't know anyone that's never said I've not over delivered. Everybody says I over deliver. I just do what needs to be done. I can see the needs. This is where my psychic skills come in really well. Like I see people's needs and I deliver. So anyway, we'll cover 2 social media platforms. Depending on your needs, you include an organic strategy that is catered specifically to you and your preferences and how you move in this world. And if you have additional funding for advertising, an entire advertising paid social platform strategy. Okay. And then the 3rd segment is either, depending on where you're at in your business and your personal branding, will either be help you to establish positioning, establish market appeal, establish attraction in your personal brand. And or within that category of things, I may go through your website and do a brand audit and see where we can position you with a little more accuracy to strike the market in a way that's going to elevate your value and bring your authenticity to the table, which is really, really, really important because it needs to feel very, very natural for you. Also, part of that segment, again, this is going to depend on who I'm talking to and who's coming in for this specific package. So either we'll do a website audit or I'll do personal branding direction, like creative direction, or we will touch on and dive into an initial marketing funnel, a digital marketing funnel. So an offer and an email list and understanding where to kick off from there. I will cater that based on where I see you are and your goals. So depending on what someone needs, if they're just starting out and they haven't really like solidified their branding and positioning, we're not going to dive as much into marketing. We're going to really go into positioning and creative direction. If you already have all of that down, then we're going to talk about marketing. If you have a website and you have leads, but you think they could convert better, or honestly, my expertise, you guys, I used to build websites. In my career, they were very, very high converting websites. I've run 3 marketing agencies in the last 15 years. So I know how things convert. I know it needs to be on a website. I know how to get ridiculously high conversion rates. That's actually why when I spoke to Fender initially after they like brought me onto their team, I was like, what really sold me as opposed to other consultants and directors with you guys. And they were like, honestly, your high conversion rates and your creativity. They were like, you're one of the most creative marketing people we've ever seen. And they were like, and also you have really high conversion rates. And I haven't spoken like this in a while because I've been in the spirituality space for a while. But my positioning when it comes to marketing is that I'm highly, highly creative if we have that Venn diagram circle. And then the other Venn diagram circle is I'm also very, very, very good at understanding market and conversions. So when we overlap those 2 things, I'm like in that sweet spot in the middle between a creative director and a marketing director, where everything creative leads to cash. Like that's my sweet spot, babe. I'm not creative for the sake of being creative. I'm creative in the way that I know how to increase value for things. Okay, let me think about if there's anything else I want to say. Oh my gosh, I forgot in the package. Okay, so it's just about a full day intensive on Zoom. You get the recordings. You're gonna get a strategy and a write-up of that strategy that I will write up for you based on what we cover in the call. You'll receive 2 social media content strategies, and 1 brand strategy, again, depending on where you need it, based on what I've said. That's our kickoff. It's called an intensive. That's our intensive coaching day. And then you have 30 days past that point where I'm available for coaching via email. So you get 30 days of email coaching. After our initial session, I'll follow up with recordings and with the strategies, and you can ask me anything you want as you're moving forward. Anything else I want to say there? I also have another option that I haven't written up yet, but essentially the same thing. I've delivered this like so many times in my past. Same structure, but if you already have your social media down and you already have your personal branding down, or we already work together in the personal branding accelerator package, I can then move over to offering the same